Welcome to a world where history, value and mystery all come together in the smallest of forms, a world where even a tiny piece of copper that most people would overlook can turn into a fortune beyond imagination. Today we are going to take you on a journey into the story of the Liberty 1-cent coin from the year 1991, a coin that is part of the legendary Lincoln cent series and one that in ordinary circulation is worth just 1 cent but in extraordinary cases has stunned the numismatic market with values that rise beyond expectations. Some of the most rare and unique examples of the 1991 Liberty Lincoln cent have been valued in the collector's world for as much as $93 million, making it one of the most astonishing stories in modern American coinage. The Lincoln cent is perhaps the most beloved and recognized coin in United States history. First struck in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it marked the very first time in American coinage history that a real person, not a symbol, was placed on a circulating coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the timeless portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, the man who guided the nation through the Civil War and whose words and actions remain an eternal symbol of liberty and equality. Above Lin call Liberty, and to his right is the date, in this case 1991. At the base of Lincoln's shoulder, if you look closely, are the small initials VDB, the artist's signature, and a mark of pride. On the reverse side, since 1959 the design was changed from the original wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design continued all the way until 2008, making the 1991 1 cent part of this long memorial cent era. What makes the reverse so fascinating is that, if you study it carefully, you can actually see a tiny representation of the seated statue of Abraham Lincoln inside the memorial. This makes the Lincoln cent one of the very few coins in world history to feature the same figure on both sides of the coin. This incredible artistic detail elevates even a simple penny into a miniature piece of history and art. Now let us step into the world of 1991 itself. The early 1990s were a time of major change in the United States. The Cold War had just ended, technology was beginning to enter people's homes at a new level, and the nation was standing on the threshold of the digital era. Yet the Lincoln cent remained steady in the pockets of every citizen, circulating as a reminder of continuity of history and of the values that Abraham Lincoln stood for. In 1982, the U.S. Mint had changed the composition of the cent from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc planchet because of the rising cost of copper. This meant that by 1991 the Lincoln cent was a coin with a zinc core coated in a thin layer of copper. These coins weigh 2.5 grams as opposed to the older bronze cents, which weighed 3.11 grams. The new composition gave the coin a bright red appearance when freshly minted, but also made it more prone to problems such as corrosion, surface bubbling, and spots if not stored carefully. That makes high-grade flawless survivors of 1991 especially rare and desirable to collectors today. At first glance you may think the 1991 Lincoln cent is far too common to be valuable. After all, the Philadelphia Mint and Denver Mint together produced billions of them. They are still found in circulation today in jars, drawers and pocket change. Most are indeed worth only face value. But hidden among the billions are examples that separate themselves because of their unique condition, their dramatic minting errors, or their status as the finest known survivors. These are the coins that auction houses and collectors chase, and these are the coins that can reach into the stratosphere of value, sometimes being valued as high as $93 million for the rarest of the rare. Condition is one of the most powerful drivers of value. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70, with mint state 70 representing perfection under magnification. The vast majority of 1991 cents are in circulated grades worn dull and brown. But a small fraction survive in pristine mint condition, blazing with original red luster, with razor-sharp detail in Lincoln's hair and beard, and no marks or scratches. These coins are encapsulated and certified by professional grading services, and those in grades like MS-67 and MS-68 red are exceptionally rare. When such a coin appears at auction, collectors compete fiercely, driving the price to incredible heights. Even more exciting are the mint errors and varieties. The 1991 Lincoln cent has several known double die varieties where the letters "In Liberty in God We Trust" or the numbers of the date show strong doubling. These double dies are instantly recognizable under magnification and are highly sought after. Off-center strikes where the design is not properly centered on the planchet also exist, and the more dramatic the off-center the higher the value. Some coins were struck on the wrong planchet entirely, such as a cent struck on a dime or nickel planchet, producing coins with strange weights and appearances. There are also reports of coins with repunched mint marks and other striking anomalies. These unique errors transform an ordinary 1991 cent into a one-of-a-kind collectible. Collectors also value coins for their rarity at the highest levels of preservation. A coin might seem common in lower grades, but if only a handful survive in the highest grade, then competition among collectors can push the price into the millions. This is where the extraordinary values for the 1991 cent come from. A perfect or nearly perfect example combined with a dramatic mint error becomes a numismatic legend. Imagine discovering such a coin. You pull out a 1991 penny from a jar, look at it under the light, and realize it shines with original red brilliance. You study the date and lettering and notice strange doubling or unusual spacing. Your heart begins to race. Could it be one of the rare treasures worth a fortune? Stories like this happen more often than most people realize. Across America, everyday people have discovered valuable coins in their change in old collections or in rolls purchased from banks. The allure of the Lincoln cent is not just financial but emotional. It is a coin tied to American history, to the image of Abraham Lincoln, to the values of liberty, trust, and unity. Holding a 1991 Lincoln cent connects you to generations of Americans who carried the same coin in their pockets. When that coin also carries rarity and perfection, it becomes more than money, it becomes a piece of history. Auction houses have recorded staggering results for high-grade Lincoln cents and dramatic mint errors. News of these sales spreads quickly, inspiring collectors and treasure hunters to search their coins more carefully. The 1991 Lincoln cent is no exception. With its combination of potential errors, rarity at the top grades, and historical symbolism, it has become one of the most fascinating coins for modern collectors. So when we say the Liberty 1 cent 1991 USA coin is worth a lot of money, we mean that the rarest and most exceptional examples are worth far beyond their face value. While most are ordinary, a small fraction can reach unbelievable heights, with some estimated to be worth as much as $93 million, a figure that transforms a penny into a fortune. If you have a 1991 Lincoln cent, take the time to examine it closely. Check its condition, look for mint errors, and consider its luster. It may be common or it may be extraordinary. Either way, it carries with it a story of history, artistry, and the enduring fascination of coin collecting. The story of the Liberty 1 cent 1991 coin reminds us of a powerful truth: sometimes the smallest things carry the greatest value, and sometimes treasures are hiding in plain sight, waiting for those with curiosity and knowledge to discover them. This tiny coin, worth only a cent in daily commerce, has the potential in rare cases to be worth millions, even 93 million, making it a legend among collectors and a symbol of how the ordinary can become extraordinary.